Right, hopefully guys that's working now. You had a few issues with the stream getting it up and running, so apologies that it was running a little bit late there. But as I say, hopefully that's coming through now. I'm not sure what that was about actually, but it was saying it was connected on my streaming software but not actually on YouTube. So just let me know if that's coming through and we'll get started. Anyway, welcome to Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, here on Nintendo Switch. And this is the first time I've played the game on the console. It's only just been released today, in fact 30th of April 2019, along with its release at the same time as well on Xbox One. So it joins the repertoire of consoles. Now the game's already out on PS4 and PC. It's a couple of years old, the Zodiac Age. Final Fantasy XII, of course, is a little bit older than that. I think it came out in 2006. So it's pushing 13 years now. But of course the Zodiac Age has updated its release by quite a substantial amount, with lots of different changes and stuff, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, and if not, then you'll pick them up as you go along here. But there are actually a few changes for the Switch and Xbox One versions, which I've mentioned about in a previous video, so we'll be certainly looking at those differences as well. Yeah, I'll certainly be planning on that, and yeah, we're looking at the differences between them as we come across them. They're not major differences, and one of the major ones are actually looking at the changes to the fact that you can now change jobs and stuff. Obviously, it's something we can't look at until we get to that point in the game where we actually select jobs. But yeah, looking forward to getting into all of that, guys. And also, we'll be checking out if the Rex RNG manipulation method still works. So, hopefully it does. Yeah, Black Cat, I had to restart the stream. It was going all wibbly wobbly. So I'm not sure what was going on there. It's the problem when I don't stream for a week or a couple of weeks or so. All the settings seem to get screwed up and I have to adjust everything on the fly then. But it seems to be working now, so yeah, we should be sorted. Yeah, hiya folks. Ah, look at you, Black Cat. You get to watch me in stereo. So yeah, lots of things I want to test here, guys. But of course, we're also just going to have fun and play the game as well. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be going for an entire playthrough of Final Fantasy XII with this series. I'll just play for as long as you guys want to watch, basically. Yeah, that might include trial mode, Irish Gamer. But don't forget, I have done a complete walkthrough of Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, from the PS4 version of the game. And I've got like 200 plus videos in that playlist, pretty much covering absolutely every aspect of the game. So shameless plug there, but if you do want to actually check out a walkthrough for the Zodiac Age as you're playing through on Switch or Xbox One, then I'll leave a link to that playlist in the video description. And just one more thing before we get started. Massive thank you, as always, to everybody that supports me, to all my patrons, YouTube members, and everybody else. Your support really does mean a lot and it helps the channel to grow, so thank you so much. And hi folks, good to see a few people up early in the morning today. Only 11 AM? Come on, are we gamers or what? But yeah, thanks for joining us in chat, guys. Hopefully a few more will join us as we get started here. And let's begin. Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, here on Nintendo Switch. Let's get started with a new game. Yeah. Who've we got? Zarek and Bunkitten have joined us. Welcome, guys. And I think we'll just keep everything set to the normal defaults for now. The only thing I might change is subtitles, since a lot of people ask me to turn these on. I'll do so right from the get-go here. And pretty much everything will be the same as on the PC and PS4 versions. So we won't go through all of that stuff. Let's go ahead and start a new game. I thought those were good class selections, actually, Black Cat. One of the good things about the Zodiac Age, well, maybe not a good thing, but it's a thing, is the fact that it doesn't really matter what classes you choose. You can't really fail at this game on job choices. But the fact you can change your jobs now on Switch and Xbox One's a pretty cool feature. And one I hope they patch into the other consoles as well. Right, anyway, guys, see you on the other side of the cutscene.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Far on.
Launch an attack by both land and air, our kingdom will stand little...
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield beyond sight, near failing light.
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over!
For my father. For my father!
Lord Raslo!
Yeah!
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
Final Fantasy XII. It's a shame they couldn't retroactively put the Zodiac age in the title there, but I understand it's a cinematic cutscene.
Was but one of many tragedies to befall the kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rosla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the Order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Rabanastre, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanastre when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
Right, so that pretty much wraps this up for the opening cutscenes, I believe. Looks like we're going to be getting started about now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely, Black Cat. Just read your comment there. I actually made a video a few months ago now talking about the connections between Final Fantasy XII and Star Wars, but you're right, they are quite apparent. I've not really got a whole lot of experience with Final Fantasy Tactics.
Your name?
But yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either.
My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand? Think you can fight?
I'm fine.
Yeah, here we
sir.
go then. So 2006 game, but it's been updated, of course.
Sir.
So the graphics are definitely usable, I guess we could say.
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bossel, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Hi Solitude, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure yet, I'm going to be testing that though. We need to progress a little bit further before we can know for certain. One thing I'm going to do though during this introductory period is just get a Rex save file ready, which we're going to need later on in time to make that test, really. So just to clarify as well, guys, that Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age is a remaster of the original game, which basically means the graphics have been upscaled and a few new features have been added, but that's not the same as the upcoming remake for Final Fantasy VII, which is basically being built from the ground up. So just to clarify the difference there between what Square considers to be a remastered version of an older game and a remake of an older game. Okay, right then, so what we're doing, we've got to follow the tutorial here. Look at me turning the camera around. I did it, I passed. Hi folks, welcome to those that have just joined us. Don't worry, you've only missed the opening cutscene. We're literally just getting started here with the tutorial. And yes, this is the Nintendo Switch version of the game, which has a few differences over the PS4 and PC versions, though I'm hoping those differences will get patched into those older editions of the game. And we will be having a look at some of those new features, though I don't think any of them are available as of yet at the beginning, but when they become available we will of course take a look at them. Right then, so let's go ahead and speak to Bashi. That mark above his head, that little smiley face, that's actually canon because he's talking about it. Okay, so we're going to go and speak to his mate. Yeah, definitely, Chris. Let's all riot outside of Square's offices or something. They probably will add it, but the cynical personality in me perhaps thinks that if they do, it won't be for a little bit of time. So that, you know, they can get a few more sales out of the Switch and Xbox One versions first. I mean, let's be honest, they could, if they were going to add it, have had it ready for the same day's release on these consoles, but they haven't, so maybe they won't add it. Anyway, let's carry on with the tutorial here. Okay, so we get a bit of tutorial on the party menu, but we can't actually open it yet because we have a fight to get through first. And don't forget, guys, for those that are veterans of the game, don't be thrown off by the fact that you don't have gambits at the moment, so you will have to attack manually. Don't just stand there thinking it's going to happen for you automatically. It isn't. Attack Imperial Swordsman A. His parents were original when they thought of that, weren't they? Right, can we open the menu yet? We can. Now, one thing I would like to do is just very briefly check that Rex has a magic power stat of 23. That's going to be very important. It's the first part of testing the RNG manipulation method later on. Since as far as I'm aware, a lot of people have questioned this on my previous video when I showed how to do that RNG manipulation as to the fact that do his stats matter or not. Some people find out that on their Rex save file he has a higher or lower health value or MP value, but the only stat that really matters is his magic power, so nothing else makes any difference at all.
Captain?
Yeah, it's a good point, Chris. I think a lot of people would have expected that feature. Originally, Square said that they didn't want that feature in the game, but I always suspected they just hadn't put it in because it was too hard work for them, and just said that as an excuse more than anything. But the fact that they've put it in the Switch and Xbox One versions demonstrates that they weren't really that committed to not including it. It was probably just a technical limitation more than anything. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Black Cat? Right, by the way, you don't need to heal as far as I can remember. Yeah, your mate will heal you automatically. So, you haven't got to do anything in this fight. You can throw a few thunders around if you wish to do so. A little bit of extra damage, but there's not really any need to. You don't even need to get this boss down all the way to 0 health. Look, you just stand there. And we've done. I got the digital download, Adrian. But I would have liked to have got the physical copy. It's just I had a lot of Nintendo points stored up for discount. But I've heard the physical copy has a reversible cover, which looks pretty cool.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought. My thanks, Antlion.
Yeah, basically, Phantom, in the PS4 and PC versions, your job picks are final. You can't change them. But in the Nintendo Switch and Xbox One versions, they've included a feature that lets you change them whenever you want to. Yeah, must remember to keep selecting a new a new enemy. And again. Oh, how you miss gambits. Yeah, you can. In fact, that's pretty much what I'm going to do, Chris, going forward here. This next area has quite a few enemies. And, yeah, I'm just going to skip them to tell you the truth. I've already done a walkthrough for this game. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name there. I'm not very good at Greek, I'll be honest with you. Kyriakos, maybe? Kyriakos Panadopoulos? Sorry, I'm really terrible at pronouncing that. But yes. I probably won't be doing a full walkthrough since I've already done a 200 plus video walkthrough. But I will be demonstrating all of the changes and stuff that's present in the new version of the game. And I will just keep playing the game as well for as long as you guys want me to. Not on this live stream, obviously, but just going forward. If you guys want to keep watching, I'll certainly keep playing.
Captain Ozolus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Black Cat. When Final Fantasy XII first came out in 2006, I didn't really like it, I'll be honest with you, all that much. But I think that was my own fault, because it just changed so much from the Final Fantasy franchise in terms of gameplay, that I guess it just threw me off guard a little bit. But yeah, now that the Zodiac Age is something I've played a lot of, I've really come to learn to love this game so much more. Yeah, could do, Chris. Could do. Sounds like a good idea. Yep, so we can escape from enemies. There's a couple of chests we can grab. By the way, both of these chests that we can get in this area are respawnable. But whether you'd want to respawn them and take the time of coming back here with all these enemies, probably not. And the second chest is just up here. You can get them even in combat here. And then we'll head over to the exit. And don't forget, guys, you can speed up your gameplay, which we'll talk about in a little bit. That's a feature that's also been brought across to the new consoles as well. In fact, let's just do that now. If you hold down, well, on Switch, it's the L shoulder button. And then just hit right and left on the D-pad to get the speed you want. So here's 4 times. Oh, little tutorial on a save sphere. Or save crystal as they're known in this game. Let's just bring that down to normal speed for now. I'm not going to save at this point, but I am just going to recover my health. And the reason for that is before making a save file here, a rec save file, which we're going to use for RNG manipulation later. Once again, just making sure that your magic power is on 23, which mine is. We do need to clear out the enemies in the next area. Otherwise, I believe they're going to spawn next to the save sphere the next time we load it. Either that or they do affect the RNG in some way. So we do need to get through this opening, this next cutscene here.
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king.
Yeah, are you talking about the quickenings, are you, Chris? They can be a bit confusing. Although if you get used to them, I have to say they are really powerful and help out a lot in quite a few of the tough boss fights. Right, just be careful here. Just keep an eye on Rex's health because he is having to fight 3 by himself. But to be honest with you, unless you get unlucky with critical strikes and stuff, you're not going to take enough damage to die on this fight. Right, so with those enemies dead, we're going to head back now to the previous area and use that save point. And don't worry if what I'm talking about here with Rex save files and stuff isn't making sense to you. I do recommend that you do what I'm doing, even if you don't understand why. But again, if Rex has a magic stat of 23, which 90% of the time he does have, then go ahead and make a backup save here, which you do not want to save over ever, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm going to stick it right... No, I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom. We'll just keep it on number 2. Yeah, so we'll always be using this save file then for any RNG manipulation later on. Assuming it does work on this version of the game, that is definitely something I would like to test out. Because it didn't on the PC version. It did on PS4, but they fixed it so you couldn't do it on PC. So whether it works on Switch and Xbox One is just going to depend on the fact as to which version they ported across. And I suspect it would be the PS4 version, since that's another console, but you never know. Right then, okay, let's just carry on at this point. There's not really a whole lot to do here, just follow the linear path, there's no more chests or anything. So just head for the door. And then head over to the west. Don't forget, you can... I believe there's a way you can bring up the map, isn't there? So it's more of an overlay. Where is it? Oh, I'll sort that out later. The controls are obviously a little bit different here than they are on PS4. And this is the final cutscene that finishes up the tutorial. Hello folks, see a few more have joined us in chat. Thanks for stopping by today, hope you're all having a good day. Don't forget, if you're after a full walkthrough, then you can check out my PS4 playthrough of the game. There's like 200 plus videos in the playlist. I literally cover every aspect of the Zodiac Age. Just play the heck out of it. I've got a link to it in the video description. But I will still keep playing the Switch version for as long as you guys want to watch as well.
Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Dalmasca to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent.
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.
Ah.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside. The Arcadian
Final
forces
Fantasy has always been
resumed
good
their
at
advance
presenting
toward
stories, though.
Rabanastre.
Although Final
Dalmasca's
Fantasy
doom
XV was
had
weak
been
in that area.
decided.
Because
To
it
make
never felt like a
resistance would
complete
serve
game,
no
did it,
end.
on launch? And even
With this
now, with all the
foremost in my
DLC and
thoughts,
whatnot, it's so
I,
disjointed because
to the
it's not
people of
integrated into
Dalmasca.
the main adventure. So
Sons
definitely
and
Final
daughters
Fantasy
of
XII is
Dalmasca,
superior in that
I
respect,
bid you lay
because it
down
is a
your
complete
arms.
game.
Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Rabanastre, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Rabanastre, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
Vaughn! Hurry it up or they'll find us.
I know. Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3 more. All right. Time to clean house.
Right, here we are then in the sewers. This is quite an iconic scene, actually, isn't it, in Final Fantasy XII, which is interesting. I mean, all we're doing is killing rats, but I guess this is the bit that everybody's played. Since, you know, it's still right at the start of the game and people haven't dwindled off yet and given up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hi folks, can see a few more stop by in chat, good to see you. We're just going to run around here and chase rats. Oh, they're going to run to us, that's kind of them, isn't it? Yeah, so you'll attack automatically without gambits once you've selected the enemy and chosen to attack them. There should be one more rat. There it is. They're more like mutant rats. Those things are massive, aren't they? There we go. We did it! We survived our first battle with Vaughn.
You got them all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now. That's enough for today. You should get back to Miguel's place, Kites. Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops, totally forgot.
Yeah, it did sound interesting, Black Cat. It sounded a little darker than what we eventually got with Final Fantasy XV, although that does get very dark as well.
Work to do.
But I meant the overall tone of the game.
If Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
Oh, Nick, don't say that. I thought that was very brave of Vaughn. I don't think I'd have been seen anywhere near those monsters. Yeah, I'm really hoping they improve the combat of Final Fantasy XV for Final Fantasy VII, Chris. I understand that I'm not going to be able to expect traditional turn-based combat. They've already said that's not going to be the case. So I have to live with the fact that we live in 2019 now, no. But I just hope it's more fun than Final Fantasy XV, which I thought personally was a little bit clunky.
Take it. It's a gift. Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Yeah, it's a very ensemble cast, isn't it, Black Cat?
Peddler.
Oops, sorry.
Watch where you're going, churl. What? My pouch? It's gone. The boy.
out the way! Oh!
I guess for me, I do consider Varn, I guess, to be the main party member. But that's only psychological, I reckon, based on the fact that he is the first party member that you recruit, isn't he?
What? Hey, that's
yeah,
mine.
Final Fantasy
do you
VIII's
mean
always
yours?
getting neglected by
You've
Square,
been
so I wouldn't
stealing
expect
again.
much out of that.
What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaughn. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, I'd like to see
I thought that
Crisis
this
Core
money
get a
was the people of
re-release.
Dalmasca's property. The
A
Imperial
remaster
stole it
release
from
like
us, so it's
FF10,
only fair that
FF12
we take it
received.
back.
That'd be pretty
It's
awesome.
our duty as Dalmascans.
It's a shame you can only
Well,
play that on
isn't that what you
PSP still,
said?
at least officially.
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
Well, I've heard rumours, Chris, about the fact they've lost the source code, but that's
This
never
is
really
for that
been
bread you took
confirmed,
the other
so
day. Just because
I'm not
I
sure.
help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this?
yeah, that's what I've heard as well, Moon, is that it's going to be multiple episodes, with each episode being about the size of Final Fantasy XIII. Though that was a few
One of
years
these
ago when
days,
they made that announcement.
I'll
They've not
fly
really
an airship
spoken
of
of
my
it
own.
since, so we'll have to see if those
I'll be a
plans have been
scumbag.
updated at all.
Free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon.
Yeah, that's true, Black Cat. I think he'd have a few stern words about
Miguel
it to
has
say,
some
wouldn't
errands
he?
to be doing. He wanted you to drop by his place. It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
Even if that is true, Chris, they could probably just hire a few mod makers. Like you say, they've already done such a great job with modding that game that Square could just employ them and make some money off it then, couldn't they? But yeah, I'm hoping we will, Zarek. Definitely hoping we will get some information from Square about Final Fantasy VII at E3. It's been long enough now, hasn't it? And they said that they'd be focusing on it once Kingdom Hearts 3 had been released, which of course now it has been. So right then, where are we off to? We're going to find Miguelo, or whatever that dude's name is. So we've still just got Varn in the party. He's a little bit damaged, having fought those rats. I don't really blame him for that. So not really much to see there at the moment. Obviously there's a lot of stuff we're going to be unlocking later on. But right now, there isn't. Right, I just want to figure out briefly how it is we can bring the map up as an overlay, because I know there is a way. Ah, there it is. Okay, so it's the left analog stick. It's probably the same on PS4, it's just been a while since I played it. You just basically push in the left analog stick, click it as a button, and that'll do the job for you. Right then, and yeah, no, not pause. There's a problem with playing so many other games since last playing Final Fantasy XII. I've played a lot of JRPGs, and all the controls are different as to what does what. Okay, so if we look on the world map briefly, we can see the 3 locations we've already visited. Now being a fortress, that's where we were at the start with Rex, going through the main tutorial. The Garamseath Waterway, that's where we fought the rats. And yes, we will be back here later exploring that place much more than we've already done. And then Rabanastre, which is where we are now. What is YouTube going on about? Content issues detected. Heads up, we've detected copyrighted audio and video in your stream. Well, that's unusual since this is only audio and video from the game, and Square have given permission to streamers to stream the game. So YouTube sucks. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Yeah, just let me know if you have any issues viewing it, guys. I'm just going to continue on for the time being. But yeah, YouTube says there could potentially be issues. But it shouldn't be. Like I said, I've played the heck out of this game on PS4. Did like 200 plus videos and never had an issue as far as I can remember. So why in my first live stream on Switch that would be happening? Ridiculous.
Ah, Vaughn, I was waiting.
Penelo said you needed something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier. In the morning, perhaps he ran into some trouble on the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
No problem. The desert teems with trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the Sandsea.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Oh, that's good to know, Chris.
To do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me too?
Yeah, I have recorded those opening cutscenes many a time.
I can't leave my shop,
And I've not had any issues with it before. I think YouTube's just over cautious, to tell you the truth.
To the Sandsea and fetch kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
Yeah, I really hope these new EU laws that they're talking about, that are going to hold companies like YouTube responsible for copyrighted material on their platform, don't come into force, because that'll probably be like goodbye to videos such as this all across the platform, because, you know, even if you're not in the EU, then a lot of the creators that are won't be making that content, so you'll still be affected by it, which just sucks all around. Anyway, that's not happening yet, so let's just make the most of it while we've got it. And right now we're going to head over to the Sandsea, as per our instructions there from Miguelo. And we'll head inside.
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Look, Vaughn, look! This is it! This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
A creature spotted in the Ester Sand. What is that thing?
Ah, Vaughn! Miguelo sent you too, did he? He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever. Say, Tomage, what's this?
Nah, don't remind me. Got some nastiness out there in the Ester Sand. What's stopping our couriers? And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right. Vaughn, you should give it a shot.
And you should be getting back to Miguelo. Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
I hope not Moon, but I wouldn't be surprised, to tell you the truth. It depends when it gets implemented. We don't know when Brexit's happening, and as Zarek said, it could be happening in a couple of years, so we'll just have to wait and see, unfortunately. But yeah, I think a lot of people would be really angry, Black Cat, all over, to be honest with you. I'm not sure why they'd want to do that, but yeah, we just have to adapt, I guess, wouldn't we? Try and find our ways to circumvent it. Right, so we're going to go ahead and accept our first hunt here. Yeah, the UK, Chris. Okay, so this is the only hunt, as far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, but this is the only hunt in the game that you have to do. Every other hunt, and there's about 50 plus in total, is completely optional apart from this one. And then Tomar's just going to give us a bit of info here. Yeah, the problem is, about this law is that because YouTube are the ones, and on other social media platforms as well, that host creators' content, because they're the ones that are going to be responsible for upholding the law, not us as creators. So we could circumvent it however we want. We wouldn't be breaking any law. It's YouTube that would be held accountable for that. Because of that, they're going to err on the side of caution, I can guarantee it. And if they have to block everybody uploading potentially copyrighted content so that you just cannot do that on their platform, they will do that, because they're not going to want to be held responsible. So it's going to be very, very difficult, I think, to circumvent it. Yeah, the Viking spirit. Yeah, we'll trust the Danes to stand up for us then, Black Cat. Right, so the East Gate's the one we're going to want to head out of. And here we go, the hunt officially begins. Yeah, so basically the general concept of doing hunts is that you go to a notice board, a wanted board, whatever it is that you want to call them. No. And then you'll be able to go ahead and find the person that put the hunt up on there, speak to them, and that will officially begin the hunt. Right. Oh, hang on a minute. Have we always been able to select Varn's license board at this particular point, his job? I thought that came later, I really did. I could have sworn that came once we'd recruited Balthea and Fran into the party. Yeah. No, I'm wrong. I've just checked. You could always do it at this point. It's just been a while since I played. And last time I didn't actually select jobs at this point. So let's just go ahead and select a random job, and then we'll see if we can change it, because that's pretty much what I've been told we can do. I suppose it doesn't really matter which we select here. Let's just go ahead and select Ulan. Okay, and now how do we change jobs? Well, we certainly don't just click another job. Is there a way to unselect, or am I stuck with Ulan until I can figure out how to do this? Yeah, the tomatoes have gone rogue, haven't they? Right, I think however you do this, I'll probably make a video on it once I've figured it out, so that I can help you guys out as well, especially those that aren't watching this stream. Or maybe you just can't deselect jobs straight away. Anyway, let's go ahead and accept accessories 1, so that we can equip that accessory that we collected. So let's go. Let's see. Knight, for example, or monk. Okay, I'm not seeing an option here to actually change to this particular license board. I'm pressing a lot of buttons. Hi, Thunder King. Yeah, I was excited to play a bit of Final Fantasy XII. How you doing, by the way, dude? I'm just trying to figure out how it is you can change jobs, which is a feature that's been included in the Nintendo Switch and Xbox One versions. Oh, is it Mont Blanc, is it? Let's go ahead and see if we can speak to him then. Can we access Mont Blanc at this stage of the game? And also, I wonder if you have to pay money to do it, because I haven't got a lot of money. I probably should have thought through my job choice a little bit carefully still. Ultimately, it's not going to matter, of course, because we can just go ahead and change it later. Let's just go ahead and speed things up. Oh, let's just maybe not go quite that fast. Right, so Mont Blanc is available in here, but I'm not sure if it's available immediately, is he? Yeah, okay, so we can't speak to Mont Blanc yet. Yeah, it could be Chris. I was thinking that myself. Oh no, he's letting us in. That's nice of him. Yeah, maybe once we've unlocked both jobs, we'll be able to do it. But let's go and speak to Mont Blanc. See what he's got to say for himself. Could be possible that we could do it right now. Okay, Chris. Okay, we're now a member of the clan. Yeah, the speed up option is going to be used a lot, J-Mac. Ah, okay, well he's talking to us about things. Okay, so we can do it, look. So you don't lose out when you change your license boards. All the license points you've earned and spent will be refunded back to you. So, doesn't look like there's a cost to it. At least not on an initial change, anyway. Yeah, you can just change it, Chris. It looks like straight from the get-go here. Alright guys, well thanks for confirming that. I probably will make a video on it, which obviously you guys won't need to check out because you'll know about it. But there'll be a lot of people that haven't seen the live stream. So, well, we can just get free reign of it all now. Let's go for monk, shall we? Why not? We can just go for random choices. Until I go and check out a different build that I want to go for. And I will probably put a little bit of time into that. But it doesn't really make any difference now since we're still just getting the same thing. The Arakia armlet. Hi folks, welcome to those that have just joined us recently. So we've just experimented with one of the new features of the Switch and Xbox One versions of the Zodiac Age, which is the ability to change jobs. Now, I'm just going to check. There is a way we can teleport around this place, but it might not be available yet. You can get Gil quite easily, to be honest with you, just by equipping... What is it? There's an accessory that you can purchase later on, isn't there? I can't remember what it's called, though. No, we can't teleport around yet, I don't think, so I'm pretty sure the dude that lets us teleport stands here. Okay, that's fine. Let's just make our way to the entrance of town by the normal means of running at high speed. And we're going to be heading over to that nice red cross that's been plonked onto the map for us by the Ester Sand. And we'll be looking out for the rogue tomato. Yeah, actually, Chris, you're absolutely right on that. Yeah, basically, Black Cat, from what I'm remembering now, you was always able to select a license board at that point before the rogue tomato. And then the tutorial I was thinking of with Varn, not with Varn, with Balthea and Fran, is the tutorial for Gambits. That's when the Gambit system's introduced, not the license boards. So it's all come back to me.
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provision...
Oh, okay. There's an actual toggle if they're on the PC version. I don't think that's here, no.
Dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed, Magello. I just hate to see the consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man, and not one to take offence in such trifling matters.
Yeah, definitely Black Cat.
Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the Consul waiting. Right, gates are closed after this.
Yeah, I did make a video a couple of years ago when the PS4 version came out. I'm sure some of you have seen it, showing how you can make a master save file so that you can play about with jobs and stuff. And, oh, I hate that video. God, I was not expecting that. Just the comments about how dare I teach people how to circumvent something that the developers had not implemented in the game officially. Honestly, guys, if you want drama, go and check that video out in the comment section of it in particular. It's hilarious. The gaming police really came out on that one, I'll tell you, the elitists. As if, like, you know, actually giving players a choice would be a bad thing or not. But, yeah, I'm definitely feeling quite happy about the fact that the developers have now implemented that feature in the game officially. They just need to bring it to the PS4 and PC versions. And I'm pretty sure the only reason they haven't done so is because they want people to buy the newer versions on Xbox One and Switch. But hopefully in a few months, well, less than that, soon as possible really, they'll implement it in a patch in the other editions of the game as well. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Right then, so pretty much just going to head out of here now. Make our way over to the Rogue Tomato. Oh no, yeah, Zarek. The centre of controversy back then, wasn't I? Right then. Oh yeah, we haven't got the Gambits option yet, so I can't check out how to, you know, save Gambit sets and stuff. But I'm looking forward to playing with that because it can be a bit of a nuisance fiddling about with Gambits all the time before you enter into various fights and stuff. Right then, let's just bring up the map. Not much to see there. So, let me just check if there's any one-time treasures here, because I can't remember. No, there isn't. There's a whole bunch of treasures we can grab, you see, guys, from treasure chests. Well, treasure pots, to tell you the truth. But I'm not really going to go through them all, because they're all just respawnable ones. Basically, you can get respawnable treasures and one-time treasures. Now, one-time treasures are the important ones. They generally have nice pieces of equipment and stuff in them. Although respawnable ones can have pretty decent gear in them as well, it has to be said. But a lot of the time the drop rate of those is quite low. But here, in the first part of the Esther Sand anyway, there's literally only things like potions, eye drops. Nothing all that exciting, to tell you the truth, so. If we head over to here, I believe the Rogue Tomato will be hanging about. Oh yeah, Abhijit. Thanks for stopping by today, dude. How's it going? I'm playing your favourite game at the moment. Oh, well, dear, I need to actually go ahead and equip the dagger. Is there anything else to throw on here? No, let's just go to optimise. Do the job for us. Hang on a minute. I thought we had the accessory as well. Or does that not get equipped on optimise? No, it doesn't. Okay. We're going to have to heal here. And let's just slow down the gameplay a little bit. Now, the Rogue Tomato does like to run away. Which I'm guessing is about to happen. Oh, I've not played that. Alchemy Story. I'll have to check it out. Right, must remember there's no jump in this game. Having just been playing a lot of Final Fantasy X too, that's something else I need to untrain from my muscle memory. Let me just check how we are on experience. 33. I'm not going to bother trying to level up and grind at this point. Probably not a whole lot of point. I guess we should perhaps take care of the wolf though, so it doesn't interfere with our combat with the tomato. I'm not sure yet, Abhijit. I have chosen a job for him, Monk, but it's just basically a random choice. I'm going to be looking at the various builds that people recommend and might go for something different than I did on my PS4 playthrough. One of the cool features about the Switch version now is the fact that you can change jobs whenever you want to, and we've just experienced how to do that. Oh, I've never really played Final Fantasy XI Black Cat. Well, actually, I say that I did play it, I think, when it first came out, but I didn't play it for long. I can't remember why. But I can't remember it at all. I've played Final Fantasy XIV a little bit more than Final Fantasy XI, but I haven't played that a lot either.
Galbana lilies? Never thought I'd see him growing out here. This'll make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
Right, so we've got the item, a handful of Galbana lilies. So we can basically head back to Rabanastre now whenever we want to. I mean, we can also spend a little bit of time as well, just grabbing some treasures. Or can we steal? Just let me remind myself. Let's find a wolf or something. Because you can get some items as well from stealing. Yeah, we can steal. Look at that. Got an item already. A pointy hat. Well, that copyright notice has disappeared now off YouTube. I'm not sure what that was about. Is that pointy hat any good for us? Can we even equip it? Probably not. No. We need Mystic Armor 2, which we don't have. But hey, a future character, I'm sure I might be able to make use of it. So yeah, we're going to leave the dinosaur alone for sure. Not going to spend a whole lot of time exploring this place. Let's just, I guess, kill a couple more enemies for fun. Windstone, okay. Yeah, basically, Black Cat, YouTube just has all sorts of algorithms that detects the content that you're streaming or uploading, and if it thinks it's content that's owned by somebody other than yourself, then it's going to flag. Now, most gaming content it's kind of a grey area, because the assets are obviously owned by the companies that made them, so Square, for example, in this case. But most gaming companies tend to be absolutely fine with streaming. So Square, for example, have given permission to stream their games. So the fact that YouTube are flagging this video with copyright notices is a little bit overzealous on their parts. Oh, right, okay, Zarek. I thought you would get those anyway. But yeah, I guess it's only for channels that are monetized, maybe. Are you close to getting that, are you, Zarek? You can't be far off now, can you? Right, let's just throw a heal around. In fact, let's just forget it now. Let's kill this guy, actually, because he's probably going to kill us otherwise. And that'd be a bit embarrassing. Let's just leave him. We'll run back to town. And this is where the speed option comes into its own. No, the only time you have problems, really, I found, Black Cat, with Square Enix games is where they use other third-party content, such as in Kingdom Hearts and stuff. A lot of the Disney stuff historically has generally been a little bit of a grey area. Right, must remember not to save over now being a fortress, since that's going to be for our RNG manipulation testing a little bit later on down the road. We don't yet have access to it, but won't be much longer until we do. Okay, so this is where we need to be a little bit patient before we can go back in. Then we're going to get cutscenes and the like. So we'll just go around chatting to folks. Oh yeah, we need to speak to Kites. Oh, we'll keep at it, Zarek. You'll get there. Yeah, don't forget to check out Zarek's channel as well, folks.
This gate's closed until the ceremony's over, do you hear?
I know that Zarek also does pretty awesome live streams, actually. So if you want to support him, please do subscribe to him.
Open the gate!
Yeah, I think that's it, Black Cat. There's a lot of music, isn't there? From Disney IP that's used in the Kingdom Hearts games.
How come you let these chocobos through the gate and not us?
What of it? This here's a pedigreed parader, boy. Cost tens of thousands of gil, this one did. A prettier price than 100 of you provincials would fetch. Keep your distance. We don't want the chocobo sticking a peasant.
What'd you say?
Step aside. Right then, move them in.
Yeah, we've got some lengthy cutscenes here to get through.
Oh, a fine chocobo you have there. Yes, cedar down stock if I'm not mistaken. Change the soil, change the chocobo, am I right? Yes, different soil means different bouquet too. Take a Dalmascan.
Alright guys, while the cutscene's playing, I'm just going to top up my tea, nip to the loo, so I might just be AFK for a few minutes. But I'll be right back as soon as I can.
Care for some, sirs? There's more than enough for all to cool their throats, of course.
You let these carts through and close this gate as ordered. My mail's choked with this sand.
Don't give me a scare like that. You're lucky that ended where it did.
Right. Now's our chance to go through.
Ah, the ceremony will be starting soon. I'd best be hurrying.
Okay, well... Vaughn, wait! What is it? Vaughn!
We will have order. I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Vane Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western Arm... Your Excellency.
People of Rabanastre, is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire?
Spit on your empire! Straight back to Arcadia!
There was little point in asking. But know this, I harbor no idle hopes of frustrating that hatred. Nor shall I ask your fealty. That is the due of your fallen king, and rightly so. King Rabanastre loved his people, strove to bring you peace. His was a rule worthy of your devotion. Even now, he remains among you, protecting you. His ardor for the peace and weal of Dalmasca falters not. I would ask only that you do your king honor. Together let us embrace the peace His Majesty would surely desire. 2 years now divide us from war's bitter end, yet still its shadow looms over all, stifling the infant peace, a pall only you may cast off. Achieve but this one thing, and your hatred of me and of the Empire will grieve me not. I will stand fast. I will endure your hatred, suffer your slings and arrows. I will defend Dalmasca. Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now. Though King Rabanastre and Lady Ashe be gone, they stand ever at the side of their people. In honoring peace, you do honor to their memory and to Dalmasca. What I ask plain. My hopes now rest with you.
Is Rabanastre to your liking, my lord?
It is magnificent. Take this cathedral, for instance. Elegant, yet whimsical in its execution. A stunning example of Galtean architecture. I hope Lord Gramus might one day look upon it himself.
Oh, you know the last one? We're all like this.
The patron of this evening's banquet, may it please your excellency.
I am Miguelo, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Rabanastre join me in welcoming you.
That's enough of highness. Though indeed I am our emperor's son, I am no prince. Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am but an elected official and nothing more.
I meant no disrespect.
Now that I think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul, for that matter.
No?
Henceforth, I am a citizen of Rabanastre. Why don't you call me Vane?
I could not. That would not be right.
You are overly fond of formalities. I've just the remedy for that. Tonight you will join me, and we shall drink until you call me by name.
How can he stand about to him like that?
Vaughn, you just do not get it, do you? He's not doing it because he wants to.
Lord Vane never did.
You know what would happen if he didn't.
I know, it's just...
So, what would you do different?
I don't know. Well... I'd do something.
Vaughn. Vaughn, you haven't heard a single word I've said, have you?
Well, I forgot how long these cutscenes were. I've gone to the loo, bought the kettle, made a nice cup of tea.
So much. It's like it's not even Rabanastre anymore. Like the Empire is swallowing it whole.
Hey, Penelo, that fete tonight. You think they'll let us in?
Are you crazy? It's in the palace, and we don't have an invitation if you hadn't noticed.
I like that artistic shot. That's quite nice.
So, how are we getting in?
As if I'd know. Why not ask Miguelo to get you in? Or go see old Dallin in Lowtown? Why the sudden interest, Vaughn?
I told you, I'm going to take back what's ours. Give back to Dalmasca. Come on, what do you think? If I find something, and it fetches a good price, how about I buy you all dinner?
Oh, please. You know as well as I do the first thing you'd buy is an airship. All hail Vaughn, sky part of Dalmasca. It's got a nice ring to it. Stay out of trouble.
An airship. I don't know. Maybe, but not through Miguelo. Time to pay old Dallin a visit.
Yeah, he has got a Laguna look to him, hasn't he, Moon? Yeah, you can skip cutscenes. I generally don't when I'm recording for YouTube because there's always a subset of people that are watching, you know, for the story and whatnot. So I like to try and cover everybody's bases. Hi Yvonne, good to see you. Yeah, they didn't do a whole lot of stuff with Final Fantasy XII. They did have other projects resolving around it, didn't they? But nothing to the extreme that we see now, for example, with Final Fantasy XV. Or even Final Fantasy VII. There's a heck of a lot more with that than there is with Final Fantasy XII. Right then, anyhow, what we're going to do now is just head back to the Sand Sea. We'll be able to complete the hunt we've just defeated. And then we'll be able to go ahead and make our way into Lowtown. Yeah, hi guys. You can see there's a few more that have joined us in chat. Thanks for stopping by today. So this is Final Fantasy XII on Nintendo Switch, though you can also get it now on Xbox One. It's become available on both consoles today. Are there any more available, by the way? Yeah, Thextra. We can go ahead and pick Thextra up now as well. Although it's a little bit more challenging than the Rogue Tomato that we've just completed. And then we'll speak to Tomaj, whatever his name is. Okay, so we can pick that up, look, for Lowtown, since we're going to be heading there next anyway. No, not you. Ah, here we go. Yeah, you should do that, Vaughn. Okay, so there's our bounty. 300 gil, potion, and a teleport stone. Well, we'll be getting a lot of teleport stones later. But right now, they're kind of like gold dust, aren't they? Though it won't be much longer until we can actually just stock up to the max of those things. Right, I'm not actually going to go after Thextra, which is the next hunt, until we get more party members. You can do it with just Varn. You can even do Thextra in the trial mode. I think it's level 2 or 3, I can't remember. Floor 2 or 3. But yeah, there's just no real need to. We can just wait until it's a little bit easier later on. So. Right. If we head into the north area, I think we can get an optional cutscene, but I could be misremembering. Yeah, you can chat to a lot of the NPCs around these areas as well. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Right, while we are up in the north area though, I'll just check, since we've done that hunt, if Mont Blanc is going to have any extra information for us. I do like to try and keep up to date with the clan, since you can get rewards depending on the clan points that you get and stuff. Yeah, just catching up with your messages there, folks. Yeah, I just thought Balthea is the main party member, isn't he? Because he actually refers to himself as the leading man. So unless he's lying... no, speaking to Mont Blanc doesn't do anything. Although if you haven't spoken to him already, which we did when we got the 3 potions and reset Varn's license board, then that'd probably be a good opportunity to do so. And the other thing to note as well is the bazaar. I don't think we can do much with it right now, but I will just point it out. A little bit later on, it's going to be quite a useful place. Hi Nathaniel. How's it going, dude? Thanks for joining us on the stream. Okay. Hey, Arbion. Apologies if I mispronounced your name, but thanks for subscribing. Right, okay. So, decoy's the only thing that's available at the moment. Which is quite useful, I have to say. We can also sell some of the stuff that we've got. We could even sell those pointy hats. But, I mean, they might actually be useful later on for out of the party members. Generally, loot you can sell. Apart from teleport stones. Everything else you can sell for dosh. But just bear in mind that later on, it's a little bit annoying that you need to sell things, I think, to unlock certain recipes. And I think, well, it's never really made clear if you need to sell them at the same time. But, for now, I'll just sell everything. Hey, Relic. How's it going? Thanks for joining us. Well, one thing to note about that, Nathaniel, is I'm not sure if it works on the Switch version. It worked on PS4, obviously, and where am I? I need to check the map. Oh yeah, we're in the right place. But it didn't work on PC, so we've got to test whether it works on Switch. But we haven't quite got to the point yet where we're able to do so. We need to wait until we've got access to the airship. The first airship, not the one we actually, you know, tend to control in Final Fantasy games. You guys know what I mean. But I will certainly be testing that out when the opportunity presents itself, and hopefully it'll work. Square certainly stamped down on that fun on the PC version. But, hi Frankie, is this going to be a 100% walkthrough? Well, probably not. I will play this game for as long on Switch for as long as you guys want to watch it. But I have done a 100% walkthrough for Final Fantasy XII, so I've got a link to that in the video description. That is for the Zodiac Age version of the game when I played it on PS4. There's like 200 plus videos in it, and I literally covered pretty much everything you could ever want to know about the game in that series. So I don't really feel the need to go ahead and repeat pretty much everything I did then. So this is going to be more of a laid back playthrough, but as I play through, I will pretty much do everything that needs to be done, if that makes sense. So, yeah, check that out if you want to, dude. And yeah, well, lots of people are joining us in chat, so welcome to you. We're supposed to be going to Lowtown, aren't we? I mean, we could have gone to Lowtown from the northern section, but I think the southern section is better because that'll bring us closer to the place that we want to be, which is Old Dallon. And I'm pretty sure that we've done everything we need to do to speak to Old Dallon. At this point. Just checking the loot for the next area to see if there's anything worth grabbing. Just looks like potions and stuff again, so... right, first thing first, let's go ahead and save our game. This crystal, by the way, is orange. The other save crystals have been blue, but the orange crystals are teleport crystals. So that's basically Final Fantasy XII's fast travel system. Now, right now, this is the first orange crystal that we've touched, which is the Rabanastre destination, so... we can teleport pretty much to the same location that we're standing at, so that seems pointless. But yeah, that's how that system works. Later on, there'll be a whole bunch of teleport locations for us to fast travel to. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Abhijit. Oh, one thing I needed to test actually is if weak mode is available right from the get-go on the Switch version. Because it wasn't on PS4, but it was on PC. That might give us an idea as to which version they've ported across here. Although it might have been patched in on PS4, I can't remember. I don't think it was, though. Right, so Old Dallon's place is located just over here. So, more cutscenes shall await us.
If it isn't Von Ratsbane. Come for a tip on how to secure something bigger and in armor by the East Gate?
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I am.
They'll get what's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here.
Do tell.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there. Thought I'd partake.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that has, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
So, our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Ah, now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace walls. A door and a magic stone that opens the way.
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Alan. So, where's this, magic stone?
Oh, I've had it for years, if I can remember where I've tucked it away.
Okay. So we need the crescent stone, and it needs to be powered up. And that can only occur in the Giza Plains. Right. Let's go ahead and leave old Alan's place for now. So the Giza Plains, which is the southern exit, I believe. The heck? There's the door. The southern exit to Rabanastre is going to be our next destination. But we're just going to very briefly run around, I think, Lowtown here. And just check out some of the treasures and stuff. There's also a map we can buy, isn't there? Of the Giza Plains, which we'll need to save some dosh for. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money at the merchants here, although you might want to stock up on potions and what have you. But I think you'll need to save about 80 gil at this stage if you want to get the map. I mean, the treasures really aren't all that important, but it just saves money, doesn't it, early on? Buying potions and what have you. Let's go ahead and use the speed up function. It's there, we may as well make use of it. Don't worry though, we'll be in this place a lot. There's various hunts and stuff in the waterway, which is accessed through Lowtown. Oh, what was that then? Oh, right. Of course. Oh, Dallan's Palace. Getting myself disorientated at high speed here. Yeah, Hellworm's an interesting fight. With the right setup, it's not that hard. It's just got a lot of health. But yeah, as with most of the tougher fights in Final Fantasy XII, if you don't have a good setup, then a fight which is otherwise not too bad becomes extraordinarily frustrating. But I think that just shows the power of the Gambit system and the license boards, doesn't it? Well, you know, more the Gambits to tell you the truth. There's a lot of... You think of Final Fantasy XII's combat, you think of it as being quite action-oriented, and it is. But there's a surprising amount of strategy involved as well, isn't there? I think that's a good balance that it's found, which is perhaps where Final Fantasy XV was a little bit weak. It was so focused on the action side of combat that, yeah, there was still strategy, but not to the point that we had in Final Fantasy XII, I don't think. So a lot of the treasures don't always spawn. Which is something to note, but as you reset the area, they have a chance of spawning if they don't the first time. Okay, so we can go over to normal items here and stock up on potions if we want to. Again, just make sure you don't spend all your gil. Yeah, let's go for 10. Let's go for one more, so we've got a nice round 20. Leave us with 150 gil, which is plenty. Don't forget, guys, if you've selected a white mage, then you'll be able to have the cure spell. As a matter of fact, I think other boards have the cure spell as well, so you don't even need that particular license board. Just checking my phone. Okay, right, let's go ahead now and start working our way out of the area. Yeah, the gambit system can take a bit of getting used to if you're a new player. But once you do, it's super powerful and a lot of fun to use. And I'm really looking forward to the fact that in Switch and Xbox One, there's a new feature that allows you to save your gambit setups. So you can just switch between entire gambit layouts on a whim. Once again, something I really hope is brought to the other versions of the Zodiac Age. But you never know with Square, do you? You never know. At the moment, I just picked a random job. I can't even remember. Monk. Nathaniel. But I'm going to check out the various job builds and that people are recommending nowadays. And I'll make a more informed decision after the stream. But you can change jobs whenever you want to now, Nathaniel. You just speak to Mont Blanc in Rabanastre. And he'll do it for free for you. Reset your job choices. Right, okay, well, pretty... Oh, no, we want to get the map, don't we, before we head down. Is the map... Is it up here? I'm trying to remember. I know it's off of Moogle. I think it's in this area. I'm literally going off memory here, but pretty sure I'm correct. Little Moogle fellow, I'm sure of it, hangs around these parts. No, it's not on PS4, Nathaniel. Not that I know of anyway. There's been no patch on my end. But I'm hoping there will be at some point. There needs to be. Is it this dude? Nope, can't speak to him. Oh, where is it? Yeah, years, Matt. I'm just going to reset the area. Help if I actually went to an exit to do that. Just checking he's not lurking around these parts. Nope. Oh, there he is. Okay, this is the Cartographer's Guild, who sells maps. And right now we're purchasing the map for Giza Plains. Oh, we can also purchase the map for the Ester Sand as well. If you've got the money, you can purchase the map for the Wester Sand as well. But no real need to do that yet. We won't be visiting it for a little while. We'll have some more money by then. Some more gil. Okay, so I can't afford that one. As I say, that's fine. Yeah, Years Matt's an interesting one. I mean, it's challenging because of the amount of health it has. The original version of him... So I was talking then while I was drinking, never a good idea. The original version of Years Matt had like a 4-hour fight, didn't they? Or he put up a long fight. Whereas now, in the Zodiac Age, you can stick it on 4x mode once you've got your gambits all working on auto mode. And whiz through it, well, I guess, in literally a quarter of the time. So you can probably do that fight in about 45 minutes if you have a good setup. But, yeah, it's still challenging. Still got to be careful. You're just not losing as much time if you do wipe on it, ultimately. Okay, I think we've done pretty much everything we need to do. Let's head out into the Giza Plains. The weather is forced into sunny, or dry rather, at this point. Yeah, it could be Nathaniel. I'll just play whatever people want me to play, really, mate. If people want to watch Final Fantasy XII, then I'm happy to keep playing it. Let's just slow things down a little here. We've got to be careful at this stage because Varn is still by himself. I mean, let me just check very briefly on my map if there's any exciting treasures in this area, but I don't think there is. Kill this hyena while I'm looking. So, there are 7 treasure chests. And it's all just potions and stuff. Let's just move on then. We'll grab them if they're obvious though. Yeah, Yojimbo I find is a really difficult encounter, isn't he? You got to be careful of that dude. I mean, he starts off not so bad. The main challenge with Yojimbo is stealing all the items from him, because you're very time limited with when you can steal from him. He's quite unique in that regard, isn't he? So, anyway, let's just head south into the next area. We can go around some of the other areas if we wanted to loot the treasures, but can't really be bothered. We'll do that later. Okay, so first of all, there's a save crystal. I guess we can just go ahead and touch it to heal. Yeah, the Dark Aeons, they were a lot of fun. They were only available in the Western release, weren't they, of Final Fantasy X? No, as a matter of fact, only in the international release. So the first release in the US, I don't think, had the Dark Aeons, although the first release in Europe did. But that was back in the day when releases were staggered, even between Western areas. So I think Europe got that game like quite a few months after the US, which is why they got the international release first, whereas the US had to get it separately, if that makes sense. Yeah, I haven't really got any plans to stream 10-2, to be honest, Nathaniel. Mainly because that game requires such precision to get 100% that I really need to plan everything out beforehand, before recording. And it just makes it too difficult to do that while streaming. Whereas Final Fantasy XII, we can take a more laid-back approach to it, to tell you the truth. So, right, there should be a couple of merchants around these parts. Well, there's a merchant here, Nomad. I might do Abhijit. I've just got no real need to at the moment. We haven't really got a whole lot of money. But this merchant's perhaps the first one that we've come across naturally, anyway. That's got a lot of decent stuff on him. I mean, there are, of course, merchants in Rabanastre as well that are worth checking out. But if you can afford anything, then the bangle is pretty awesome because it has Libra. But we need to get a little bit more money. As a matter of fact, if we sell some of the stuff, or did I not really collect anything since last selling? Firestone and a wolf pelt. And let's just go ahead and flog those pointy hats. How much gil do we have now? 448. Still not quite enough to purchase a bangle. Hey, Shark Guy. Yeah, fantastic game. I do love Final Fantasy XII. I was saying earlier, I love it a lot more since getting it on PS4. This is the Switch version. PS2, I don't think I really gave it its due care and attention that it needed back in 2006. It caught me off guard that it was so different to what had come before. But now that I expect that, I appreciate it a whole lot more. So we just need to chat to... Is it this lady here? Yep. So we need to find Jin. That's our next objective.
Penelo?
Oh, I can certainly see why now, Crazy Shark Guy.
You the same, though the answer is pretty clear. No good.
What? I'm being good.
Is that right? So, then you wouldn't mind if I, say, tagged along, would you?
Huh?
Oh, don't worry. Miguelo's busy with preparations for the fete up at the palace. Why, I'm free for the whole day. Well, let's get going.
Right, so we've got Penelo in the party. I believe we could, if we wanted to now, take on the Thextra hunt. Since Penelo will help us out quite substantially. And I'm just going to give her the White Mage for the time being. I might change this. In fact, I'm certainly going to be changing Varn's, I'd imagine. Let's see, what have we got? Right, so we just need to try and purchase Cure at some point. We'll give her accessories 1. 20 more license points. We could give her Mystic Armor 2. Or we could just go straight for a Magic Lore. Let's just go for Mystic Armor 2. Probably shouldn't have sold both of those hats, but not to worry. What gear has she got right now? Okay. And we haven't got any further accessories, have we? Nope. Now, the annoying thing is we still don't have access to the Gambit system. She's only got 80 health. Penelo, you suck. Which means that anything Penelo does is going to have to be set up manually more than anything. And there should be a kid we need to speak to. We can speak to the Nomad Elder as well. Yeah, this is the one we need to talk to. Right, okay. That's pretty much everything we need to do now. So let's make our way out of the exit here, the western exit. And Penelo's going to give us some more items. I'm sure they'll be useful, just some potions and stuff. Some Phoenix down as well. We can also have Penelo be our party leader now if we want to. Okay, we've now got Gambits added to the battle menu. What can we do with Gambits from the get-go here? I can't remember. Need to just explore this briefly. Oh, right, no. It's okay. It's talking about Gambits just being able to be turned on and off. At the moment, we still can't actually access them. That comes when we recruit Fran and Balthea. Right, so we can turn Gambits on for Varn. I'm not sure what his Gambits are, to tell you the truth. We can't see them. Yeah, right now, Abhijit, I'm just trying to rush through to where we can go ahead and access the airship, because then we can test out the RNG manipulation and what have you. So, I'm not doing a whole lot of other stuff until then. Now, there is actually, I believe, an item we can grab that's a one-time spawn in this particular area, and it's blind magic. So we'll be making our way over to that. It's right down at the southeast corner of this particular area that we're in. So this like little area, not the whole of the Giza Plains, if that makes sense. So we'll sort that later. Right then, we also need to be able to purchase Cure, so I think that's going to have to be our next purchase when we can afford it, which I think it's 500, or is it less? Let's go and check. I think we can get it from this dude here. So let's just see what the magics were again, because I did sell some stuff since looking at them. Oh, how did we get an extra lump of gold? Gil even. Oh, it's 200. Yeah, we'll go ahead and purchase that then. I think Penelo must have given it to us. I wasn't really paying attention. So if we just check out Penelo's licenses, we did And she already had Cure from the get-go. There it is. Yep, and now she can use it. Wonderful. Right, so now we're ready. Let's just go ahead and save once more. Sorry, guys. I know that I'm annoying, but I am a stickler for keeping my save files up to date. And now we'll head out into the wilds properly. Right. So we can make Penelo leader if we want to, but I'm happy to stick with Vaan for now. Keep Penelo in the back ranks, since she's got so little health. And we're just going to start making our way around the area here. Grabbing the treasures as we go, and no doubt just grabbing a little bit of experience and license points as well, which is always a bonus, isn't it? Oh, and Gil, of course. We'll be able to purchase that bangle again soon. Libra is something else I would like to get, but that comes with the bangle, doesn't it? So as long as we get that, we'll be fine. Yep, attacking the right thing. Oh, what's attacking us? Don't know if we want to fight this thing, do we?
Yeah.
Well, we've got Penelo to heal if the worst comes to the worst. Anything worth stealing from this guy? I mean, it's quite challenging, so maybe we should just focus on running away from him right now. Yeah, you stay back there, please, Penelo. Oh, he's almost down now. Yay. Another large feather. Okay, well, we handled that alright in the end. Yeah, I was going to run Moon, but then I was just thinking, how challenging is it? And we managed it, obviously. Oh, that one's got Protect. Wow, this is risky. Oh, you see that awesome blocking. Good job there, Vaan. Fortunately, these guys hit hard, but they don't have a huge amount of health, it seems. Ah. Okay, there's a hunt later I was thinking of that's quite difficult in this area, isn't there? Let's go ahead and use Penelo's Cure. I'm fine. Hopefully he'll survive until then. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Yes! Good timing. Right, let's just see how long till we level, because they're struggling a little bit. 33 experience, 71. Shouldn't be a huge amount of time. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Right, that guy we are definitely avoiding. I mean, look at him. The only problem is we've got that treasure that's around here that I would like to grab. Blind. Right, let's hold Flea down. Oh, he's after us. Now, he doesn't always spawn, to tell you the truth. So I just want to make sure that that guy is not anywhere near us. Oh, there it is. Maybe it does always spawn. Some of them are 100%. Some of them are not. Yeah, you remember that snake hunt, do you, Nathaniel? It pops up, doesn't it? Just like that wild snake we took care of a moment ago. How much dosh do we have now? 416. How much loot do we have? I'm just trying to think if we can purchase the bangle yet. We've got some large feathers. They got to sell for a bit, haven't they? Surely. Let's head back, shall we? I know we're gonna reset enemies. Is it one area back resets enemies? I can't remember. Let's go over to the merchant. Okay, you can have the good stuff. Ooh, nice bit of money. Yeah, those feathers seem to be a pretty decent way of making some early gil. In fact, there's something we can steal from trial mode which gives us quite a lot of gil, isn't there? I think it's on the first level with the rats. No, it's not something we can steal. It's from... It's the... what is it? It's the special accessory you can equip. And you get it from the first level. I cannot think what it's called. But it sells for a lot of money and you can just repeat that level over and over and over. And get as many as you want, basically. Right, so does Penelo have enough license points? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. You need 20 to learn Bangle. Okay, but Varn could. So maybe we'll give him Bangle and she can have the other accessory. Okay, so Varn can have Bangle. And Penelo can have Orokia Armlet. I mean, those extra defences probably don't hurt with her low health anyway. 2 areas. Thanks, Relic. Appreciate the confirmation on that. No, it's not Thief Gloves, Nathaniel. It is something, you get it from one of the chests on the very first trial mode level, and it's what allows you to loot special treasures then in the game, such as Sight and Grat, amongst other things, but I just cannot think what it's called. Anyway, it sells for about 1,000 gil, I think, so you can get 5 or 6 of those. You'll have pretty much plenty of money for the early game then. Oh, okay, Black Cat, to be honest, Diamond Armlet, that's the one, Crazy Shark guy. Yeah, you've said it, I've remembered it now, thanks for that. Yeah, sorry Black Cat, I'll probably forget, to be honest, if ever I play that game again. You'll have to remind me if ever I stream it or something. Right, let's flee now. Some of the treasures might have respawned, but that's fine. We'll just nip into the southern area here. Grab some of my tea. Right, so this is the Starfall Field. Or it should be, anyway. There's going to be some very hard foes in this zone, so we need to be a little bit careful. Let me just check for the treasures in this area. Because there's bound to be a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 treasures. Anything of interest or just potions and stuff? Dark Moat is a potential spawn from one of the treasures, but other than that, not really a whole lot of stuff. So we'll just loot the treasures as we go. And not actually really, you know, go out of our way to get them. Let's just slow things down though, as we continue to head over towards that small section that you can see in the middle over to the east. I've heard, Adrian, that you do get to keep some bits, but what exactly, I'm not totally sure. So yeah, we'll have to complete the game to find out, I think, won't we? I think we can probably do with just grabbing a couple of treasures before we go rushing off to that next area. There's another save point, I think. Sorry guys, if you keep seeing me stopping, it's just because I'm sipping my tea. Yeah. I have been playing Persona 5 Moon, so I've taken a break from it. But that's the only Persona experience I've had. I've got to say, it's utterly crazy, that game, but in a good way. I was loving it. Yeah, that's right, Adrian. New Game Plus in the Zodiac Age on the previous versions anyway. I never bothered with because they sucked. Your levels start at 90 and that was it. It just seemed pointless to me. I would have liked to have brought across the gear and stuff. Which, as you say, I've heard is a feature now on Xbox One and Switch. So, but they have said some of the gear and what have you. So exactly what that means, I don't think we'll know until somebody tests it out. Which, of course, I'll be glad to do. But it does mean completing the game. Right, let's head over the bridge. Just grabbing a few treasures around here. And then we'll move over to the next part of the area. Yeah, it's good, thanks Nathaniel. PG tips at the moment, that's what the shop had on offer. I've gone off Yorkshire tea a little bit since the last batch I had kept leaving like a layer of grease on top. And the tea bags kept splitting. Hi Tyler, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, thanks. How are you? Yeah, do you think Persona 5, what's the R stand for? I can't remember. But I know it's an updated version of the game. Would that be worth getting if you've only played Persona 5? Do you think there'll be a lot of improvements and changes that make it worth it? If you already own the original game. Hey, level up. One thing about Final Fantasy XII is that leveling does not give you anything in terms of health. You don't like automatically replenish your health and MP. I don't think we're going to make it down there because those werewolves are very, very hard. So we'll explore down that section a little later. Royal, thanks Thunder King. Yeah, good idea, Adrian. Good idea. Let's just speak to the Nomad Youth. Actually, does it keep us in this area once we speak to him? I hope so, because I haven't healed up. I'm pretty sure it does, doesn't it? Later on, we get teleported back. Need to explain the situation to him. Oh, okay, Moon. And Thunder King, thanks for confirming that info. Right, we get the Shade Stone. Oh, that's good, Tyler. Well, enjoy your playthrough. Ah, Black Cat. I just don't remember the game all that well. I mean, I remember the game, but I don't remember the difficulties of it. And Kujar was a difficult battle, wasn't it? I remember that. I can't remember what level I fought him at. I have to check out my playthrough later. Remind myself. This feels like a proper MMO quest, this one, doesn't it? Filling up that energy bar. Let's go ahead and save. Right, so we've got everything marked on the map. By the way, guys, this overlay, the map overlay, this wasn't available in the original Final Fantasy XII. You had the mini-map, and of course you had the main map, but there was no overlay just that you could keep up on screen at all time, which is pretty interesting, I suppose. Okay, so we need to go around all of the various dark crystals at this point. And I guess we'll start on a counterclockwise direction. Oh, having anything nice for your dinner, Thunder King? I haven't had my lunch yet. I'm going to probably need to take a break at some point to do that, to tell you the truth. I'm just going to check again briefly if there's any items that are worth grabbing, worth focusing on. There's no other items that are fixed spawns like the blind materia. And pretty much everything else now throughout the zone is just standard healing items, potions and the like. So, yeah, if we see the chests, we'll open them. But I'm not going to go out my way to get them at this point. So we can see nice and easy on the map where it is we need to go. Take care of some hyenas as we do. Penelope could do with a bit of experience, since she's still slacking a little bit at level 2. Oh, okay, Black Cat. What level have you fought Kujar at when you've played the game? About the same level or a little bit lower? Yeah, no, Final Fantasy IX is a great game, isn't it? It's a very it's perhaps a different form of presentation of the story, isn't it, compared to the other PlayStation games? A lot of the time the party's being split up. And it's not really until the end that you get, you know, permanent access to all the party members in the party at any one time. Normally you're switching between various groups, aren't you? Okay, let's go ahead and start zapping. Zapping the Shadestone. Yeah, it is, Tyler. You can get Final Fantasy XII on the PS4. It's now available on PS4, PC, Xbox One and Switch, as well, of course, as it being on PS2, though only the original version's on PS2 for Western audiences. The International Job System version is available in Japanese, but that isn't the same as the Zodiac Age, since you can only have one job per max on each character, rather than 2. I've never played Tactics, Nathaniel, so I'm not sure I'd be very good at it, to tell you the truth. But I know a lot of people that visit my channel talk about it a lot, so I'll probably have to get to it at some point. But yeah, probably on live stream where you guys can help me out, since, as I say, I'll probably be pretty useless at it. Yeah, that's true, Black Cat. Yeah, she never becomes a permanent member, does she? That's a shame. She's pretty awesome. Right, okay, I'm not going to scout the entire zone here. Let's just continue moving on to the next area. Make our way to the North Bank, and then we can come back to the main Nomad camp. Save our game, stock up on stuff. Just keep taking care of some of the weaker enemies as we go. Right, so I just have to sort my heater out. It's getting a little bit chilly by my feet here. Hi folks, welcome to those that have joined us in chat in the last 10-15 minutes or so, as we're storming through Final Fantasy XII on Nintendo Switch here, having a lot of fun as we go. There's lots of new features for the Switch/Xbox One version of the game over and above the PS4 version. And we've already been looking at how you can change jobs, but I am going to make a video, guys, after this stream at some point, just showcasing some of the things we've been learning. So thanks for those of you on stream that helped to point those out to me, especially with going to Mont Blanc to reset our jobs I didn't know about. I knew we could reset jobs, but I didn't know how to do it. So I appreciate you guys just pointing me in the right direction there. Cure going. Yeah, please do, Nathaniel. I have got a 200 plus video playlist, complete walkthrough of the game, so if you overtake where I get on these streams, you can still follow along with me. Yeah, so don't forget, guys, I have got the link to that walkthrough in the description if you want to play along with Final Fantasy XII with me. But I'm happy to stick to these streams as well with you guys if you want to keep watching. Right, let's just go the long way. to the Nomad camp. We'll go up north and then down south, just so we can explore some of these grey areas here on the map. And we'll speed things up a little bit. We've got the option, we may as well use it. Doesn't look like there's any other chests though, does it? Or pots to loot here. Okay. And we'll just race across now and head south. Ah, chest. 2 gil. Okay, Black Cat. I think that does ring a bell, actually. I've never played it, but a Final Fantasy Tactics set in the Final Fantasy XII universe is perhaps the game I was thinking of earlier when I said that there was another project, Final Fantasy XII project. There was also Revenant Wings, wasn't there? I don't think I ever did that either. Pretty sure that was a game, wasn't it? Right, how long until... Oh, Pinello did level up. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, she did. Okay. Right, let's head back. I'm just thinking it's a good opportunity to sell some stuff. We can stock up on items that we might be able to afford now. First of all, we'll sell the stuff we've been looting. The wolf pelts and the like. Firestones, moltings. You name it, I'll sell it. Unless you name the teleport stone. I'm not going to sell that. Let's see what's available from the bazaar. Let's go ahead. I do want to purchase every bazaar item. Nothing of use, really. Yeah, is it something you'd recommend? Is it Black Cat? Or just avoid that one, would you say? Revenant Wings, I mean. Oh, no, don't save over. Now being a fortress. Kind of going to need that one. Okay, guys. I'm going to take a break at the moment because I need to go and get some lunch. It's 1:05 here in the afternoon in the UK. Starting to feel a little bit peckish. But I will be coming back to continue on with our stream of Final Fantasy XII after lunch. And we might even get to the point where we can go ahead and test if the Rex RNG manipulation method works. I'm looking forward to that. There'll be a lot of annoyed gamers on Switch and Xbox One, I think, if they've used the PC version that doesn't allow you to manipulate the RNG, especially because at least on PC there's other options with mods and stuff that allows you to circumvent that. On the consoles there won't be. So basically, if you can't manipulate the RNG, then say goodnight to any chance of getting the Titan Grab, because it's just not going to happen. Alright then, folks, well, thanks for stopping by for the stream today. I suspect it'll probably be about an hour and a half, and I'll be right back with you for more Final Fantasy XII. Maybe a couple of hours, because I do want to record a video as well, just showing folks, not you guys, you're the experts, you already know, but just showing folks how you can go ahead and speak to Mont Blanc in order to reset your jobs. I think that will help a lot of people that have picked up the game today. But yeah, thanks for joining me. It's been great chatting to you all. And if you can come back later, like I say, probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, then we'll pick up pretty much where we're leaving off here and continue on at that point. Take care, everyone. See you then. Goodbye.